gonna take a couple of minutes. So, hi, Shabal. Yeah. So, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. Basically, I covered the Cricket World Cup last year, and then I started my YouTube channel 7 months ago. So, I basically make documentaries, videos on cricket documentaries on YouTube, and I also covered Vitality Blast last year, all the matches in Cardiff, because it's quite a lot traveling in England and Wales. So that's why I started this YouTube channel, and I thought that it might be a good idea. By profession, I teach, and I'm also a manager for a facilities company. So basically nowadays I'm working from home, so I'm trying to focus more on my YouTube channel. So, and that's giving all of us a bit more time, yeah, working from home. Um, I have done already 100 documentaries on cricket on my YouTube channel. So what about you?
Yes,
What about you?
yeah, so my name's Shabo. I've got my own cricket blog, um, www.cricketblog.net. So I used to play quite a bit earlier, a few years ago, um, but picked up quite a few injuries, so had to stop playing. But I wanted to still be involved in the game somehow, so um, decided to start
Did
again.
you play for Australia's domestic cricket, or did you play for Australia's domestic?
I played in the Sydney Grade Career competition there um, when I was from 18 to 21. But once I tore my hamstring a couple of times, it was very hard for me to get back. Because then you start working full time and you can't manage your injuries full time and things like that. So had to stop playing, unfortunately, but then wanted to stay involved in cricket somehow. So that's why I started the cricket blog and really enjoying that.
Yeah, when I was in the universities, I used to be a swimmer, and I used to be the captain of the rowing team also.
Mm.
So I have played as a swimmer and a rower at national level. Yeah, but then I quit because for the professional level you need to give time and training, and that's why I decided to focus on my studies. Yeah. So we will start. What do you think? Why the ICC they have postponed the Cricket World Cup next year? Sorry, they have moved now to next year.
Yeah.
The Cricket World Cup was supposed to be in Australia this October. So what do you think? What are the reasons?
Yeah, I was disappointed with it, but to be honest, not very surprised. I saw it coming for at least a few months. I think the ICC and Cricket Australia as well, they wanted to organise a tournament properly. I felt that this would be probably too difficult to organise this year and trying to get 15 teams over to Australia, quarantine them, have them in lockdown, keep them in one place, and then potentially have the games without crowds or with very, very small crowds, which is not the best for a World Cup. So they're thinking it's not feasible or it's not very, viable to do it this year. Let's push back to either 2021 or 2022 in Australia. Um, for me, I'm pretty disappointed. I would have loved to see the World Cup here at home.
So you think that you think the two World Cups will be possible next year, because one was supposed to be in India, the 2020 World Cup, and now
Yeah,
they're saying if they push this World Cup in February next year, so what's going to happen with the IPL in
well,
February, March, and then PSL?
yeah, I think what I've been hearing is they haven't decided yet on who hosts the 2021 edition. And I think they'll push the next one after that to 2022. That's what I've been hearing. I don't think they've made a decision on that yet, so they're still unsure of
Okay.
what direction they're going to take there. All I know is that Australia will host one of the next two tournaments, but whoever hosts the next one in 2021, I'm not exactly sure. So just have to wait and see.
Where would you rate West Indies in the next Test match? I know the rain is the forecast, the light rain for at least 3 days.
Yeah,
But where would you rate West Indies in the next Test
uh,
match?
yeah. Look, given the way this series has gone, if we get a result, I think you don't know what's going to happen because both sides have got some strengths about them, but they've also got a few things that they've got to work on. They've got a few weaknesses. As you saw in the first test, the West Indies can play wonderful cricket, but then in the next test, they can play some pretty poor cricket as well. So I personally, for me, I've got England as favourites in the third test again, particularly if they pick the right side. Um, but West Indies are capable on their day of producing some good cricket. So I do give them hope, but I've got England as favourites.
England as favorite. And who would you pick? Woakes, SamCurran, or who would you pick if we say that because now they have got four options. Broad is back. Anderson, they might pick Anderson. So then they have got Woakes. Then they have got well, I don't think so. They're gonna pick Archer because Archer already tweeted last week that he is gonna miss this series. So who you think will be the three picks for the next Test match for England?
Yeah, look, if Archer's available, because I was hearing he's available for the third test, but if he isn't, I'd probably go with Anderson and Broad. I'd pair them up together. Um,
Yeah,
because I think they both have good records at Old Trafford, and Broad was outstanding in the last game.
yeah,
Anderson, I thought, bowled pretty well in the first test. He'll be good for that run. And I think you're probably going to have Chris Woakes. I think he's very good in England. And he was crucial in the fourth evening in the last test where England took all those wickets. He was crucial along with Broad in turning that game around and getting England back into it. So I think I'd have Anderson, Broad, Woakes, and I'd persist with Dom Bess as the spinner. What do you think?
yeah, yeah.
Would you go?
Well, I think so. I think so. England they should go for a full attacking option with the Wookes, Anderson, and Broad, because I just still can't understand why they dropped Broad in the first Test match because that would have
Yeah,
been X factor. Yeah, they would have done something special in the first Test match. Even they would have won that one match also. And for best, you know anything? What's happening with Adil Rashid and Moeen Ali? Why they have not been picked by the English Cricket Board? Is it any particular reason, fitness or something else? Because I still see the best is not giving what was expected from him. He had one wicket in the last Test match, and he was wicketless in the first Test match. But I think so. If Adil Rashid or Moeen Ali would have been picked for the first two Test matches, the things would have been different for England. Yeah. But what do you think that? Yeah.
yeah. I think England are trying a new option. I think that they've tried Moeen Ali in the past. I don't quite think he's good enough to be number one spinner in that England side. Adil Rashid, more a white ball exponent, very, very good in the white ball
Yeah.
format. He has mentioned in the past he's not particularly keen on red ball cricket. I think they just want to give Dom Bess a chance and see what he can produce. Look, it's still a bit early
Yeah.
in his career. You know, he's had a few good moments. He's had a few poor moments. I think he was on and off in the last test, pretty inconsistent. But I think you saw that ball to Holder on the last day. He can produce good stuff.
Yeah.
So I think England want to try
Yeah.
persist with him and see what comes of it.
But do you think that Moeen Ali or Adil Rashid they have performed for England in the past in Ashes? We remember Moeen Ali used to score useful run lower down the order, and then on
Yeah,
especially even the part-time spinners they are really good on day four and day five pitch, or even on day three pitch. So England they have tried, but I agree with you that England they are trying new options. Like they tried their new spinner in the series against New Zealand in New Zealand, and uh, so they are yeah looking for the. I've got a question here from Azaz. He's asking that why Australian cricket team doesn't give captaincy to Marnus Labuschagne. Why they are sticking with Tim Paine? Marnus could be a better option. That's what he's asking.
yeah, okay. So I think Marnus, he's just started out, I think, in the team. He's been a regular in the team for just about a year now, since the last Ashes series. I think it's still a bit early for Marnus. I think Payne has done a good job, in my opinion. I think
Tim is doing a good job.
yeah, I think he took over at a difficult time 2 years ago after the ball tampering scandal, and I think he's helped calm things down. He's led well. Of course, there's been a few things that can be improved on, of course, but I can't fault what Tim Payne's done for this team. He's done a great job, and I think a lot of
Yeah.
Australians feel the same way. Um,
Who would you rate? sorry to interrupt you. Who would you rate favorite in Australia? This in the India is coming to Australia. We all know that India they won last series,
Yeah,
the Test series in Australia. But I think so now the things are different, especially Steve
agreed.
Smith, David Warner, and Lamarnus Labuschagne. They are in top form, and since Steve Smith and David Warner they have taken over Australian cricket team, they are leading from the front, and Australia they are now one, two, three in all three formats: 2020 Test and ODI.
Mm.
So, how would you rate India? Are they still favorites, or they will struggle in
I,
Australia?
I really rate India, particularly they've got an excellent bowling attack. So for me, as an Aussie, we love our fast bowlers, and India have got some wonderful paces. But I think for this series coming up, it's going to be different for India compared to the last time because of the reasons you mentioned, and that's why I have Australia as favourites. David Warner at home is a completely different proposition.
Completely different player.
Yeah, you think about Steve Smith, you add him in the side, but then you've also got Warner at home, and then Labuschagne, who's very committed, loves batting like Smith. You have those
Yeah.
three guys in your top four. It's a completely different proposition for India. So
Mhm.
I think
So you would rate Australia as favorites, yeah?
I would, yeah,
Australia as
yeah,
yeah, and well, that's what I would say also because India will struggle because especially the top three or four if they deliver or we remember David Warner he scored a triple century against
yeah.
Pakistan also in January.
That's right.
So how would you or what would you think about the IPL? Is that going to happen this year or not? The 2020 IPL. There are rumors on social media, and everyone is talking on that the BCCI they have already selected the window between September and November. So do you think that's going to happen in UAE?
Yes, I think so. Like the T20 World Cup, we've been hearing for a few months now that the
Few
BCCI
months,
is
yeah.
really trying to make sure that the IPL goes ahead, and I think it will in the UAE. I think all signs are pointing to that. I think it's a really
So, do you think is it a wise by ICC that they like we can see that the English Cricket Board they have organized two Test series at the moment, one against Pakistan and one against West Indies on empty stands. So, why Australian Cricket Board or why the ICC, the International Cricket Board, they didn't go for that option to go with the empty stands, and even if they would have 15% of spectators, uh, do you think that is it wise that the BCCI they are or there is a campaign going on social media for last 2 months that the IPL is going to happen this year and World Cup. We all knew that nowadays everything is on social media, and we knew that the World Cup is not going to happen this year. But do you think is it wise that for the game of cricket that the IPL, which is just a league, uh, ICC they have not given any statement, but do you think is it wise for the fans because cricket is really a popular game in all the 11 test playing nations. So what do you think about that? Yeah.
Yes, I think first of all, I'm very disappointed for the associate nations, the likes of Oman, Namibia, Scotland, are all involved in the T20 World Cup later this year. And they're going to get an opportunity to showcase their talent. I'm disappointed for them that it didn't happen. I just think um, the reason why it was cancelled or postponed is because managing 15 teams, bringing them all in and trying to quarantine them all and lockdown, and then having a global tournament in front of no crowds. Probably wasn't going to be the best, and it wasn't easy to manage. Um, IPL is probably a bit different. It is a league, and you can have it behind closed doors, and you have a franchise managing their players and things like that. It's a bit different. I wonder what do you think? Would you have rather seen the World Cup, even if it was behind closed doors or with no fans?
Well, the thing is, I think that is too much. Still, it's too much uncertainty because of the COVID-19.
Yeah,
We don't know what's going to happen next 2 months, 3 months, because WHO they have already said, and it was on the Daily Mail also, and a few other newspapers that the famous newspaper who are claiming that the second wave is going to come in September and November. So we don't know, and if God forbid that the second wave comes in October, November, which I don't hope so. Then what's going to happen? Either they're going to cancel last minute because the Olympics has already been cancelled, then Euro Cup football has already been cancelled, and I think so. It's a wise decision by ICC because they are not going to make any money on empty stands. World Cup is an event where you expect the full house, the viewership, the million and billion of people they watch the World Cup, and that was the reason why ICC they have moved a bit forward. But I think so it's wise because but again I would say confirmed
Sorry,
at the moment because they have been lifted or not.
sorry,
Can
I've missed what you said.
can you hear me now? Yeah.
I can hear you now, yeah. I missed what you said the
Yeah.
last
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
bit.
Well, I'm just gonna repeat it. Yeah. Maybe the line was disconnected. Yeah. Well, I was just saying that even the IPL 2020 is not confirmed in September, November because uh, BCCI they need to look are they gonna arrange that many players in UAE, and then are they gonna do all the tests because it's quite a lot of money involved. If we see the Pakistan coming to England, three times the players they have been tested, and quite a few times they have been tested positive. So if there is, for example, 60 or 70 players coming to UAE for to play IPL, then are they gonna test them two or three times, and how they gonna manage all that? And then they need to check that UAE also the travel restrictions, and then if one or two players they are tested positive, what's gonna happen? That's gonna put whole tournament on risk.
That's
So I don't think so. IPL will be a wise decision by BCCI. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know the BCCI have been very keen to get the IPL going just because if they don't get it going, then it's a huge financial loss this year. I think that's why they're really keen. From my understanding, the players will go into the UAE if it goes ahead 1 month before the tournament starts, or even more, just so they get all the testing in place. And I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work out. But as you said, I hope that no players contract the virus and everyone stays healthy. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about player welfare and health over anything else. Just have to wait and see what happens.
I've got a question here. I just want to ask Samana. She has asked me that will this COVID-19 is that gonna affect their form because they have not been playing for last 3 4 months? Is that gonna affect their performance? Because at the moment, Westindies, England, and Pakistan is gonna play next month. So you think is that gonna affect players' performance or form?
Well, it could. I mean, it depends on the player. You look at someone like Benstokes, it hasn't affected him. Um, look at someone like
Yeah.
Broad, hasn't affected him either. It comes down to the player and how well they train and their mindset. It's not easy to have a break that long and not have any cricket. It's very difficult, but I think you're a good player and you've got the right mindset, you'll be okay. And there's been proof of that in the England Windies series.
My last question: where would you rate Ben Stokes, or who would you rate the top all-rounder at the moment from Australia? We all know Ben Stokes because of his performance in Ashes 2019. He is now number one, and he has improved his ranking. He's just now in top three and top four in the batsman and the all-rounder. So, where would you rate? Who would you rate from Australia as a top all-rounder at the moment? And you think after Tim Payne, who's the person who can take Australian captaincy, who has got that potential? Yeah.
Yeah, so to go to your first question, I think, look, as an Australian, we never like to give England credit, but for me, for the last year, it's been Ben Stokes, the number one all-rounder, and he's deservedly ranked number one now. Um, and I think what makes Stokes so special is that he performs when England need him to. Whenever England are in trouble, they can always turn to Ben Stokes with bat or ball, and he will deliver. He's done it time and time again, especially in the last 12 months, and he continues to be brilliant for them. So he's my number one. Jason Holder close second for all-rounders. in terms of Australia, in terms of all-rounders, we've got a bit of a problem in terms of test all-rounders. That's why we continue to persist with Mitchell Marsh, and he hasn't really delivered on the international stage yet. But I'm going to give you a name that we're going to keep an eye out for over the next few years, and that's Cameron Green. He's coming through the domestic system. He's a wonderful prospect. He can bat.
Sorry, can you say it again? What's his name?
Yep, Cameron Green.
Calvin Green, yeah?
Yep.
Cameron Green, yeah. Is he playing the Australian domestic, yeah?
He's playing domestic cricket. He plays for Westindies.
Is he playing domestic?
Yeah, he plays in the first class Sheffield Shield.
Oh, I see.
He takes wickets, he can bowl good pace, and he bats very well. So he's one to look forward to in the future.
Okay, Sharbal, before we finish, I would ask you the last and last question. Who would you rate favorite, England versus Pakistan? Who you think? Pakistan they have already been good performer. They have always performed really good in England. Last series they managed a draw 1-1. Then before, when we remember the Yunus Khan and Misbah, Yunus Khan scored double century, and Pakistan managed a 4 Test match series, 2-2 draw. So where would you rate? Mohammad Amir has been called back in the 2020s, not the Test matches. We saw Sohail Khan has recently taken the 5 wickets in the practice match. Then Naseem Shah has taken 5 wickets. Then Pakistan, they have got Shaheen Shah. Then Pakistan, they have got also they have got quite a lot bowling options with Wahab Riaz also. So how would you rate Pakistan? Are they gonna do something here, or it will be because it's a 3 matches series, or you would say 2-1 in favor of England? How would you rate?
I'm really looking forward to this series actually because this could be anything. Pakistan have an excellent. I give them a good chance in this series. I do. I think if you're looking at favourites, I think England at home, just about against anyone in the world, they'll be favourites, right? But Pakistan have got a team, especially a bowling attack, that can cause this England side problems. Azhar Ali last month, he said that the England top order is a bit fragile. I agree with him. I think the Pakistan bowling attack, they've got all these excellent bowlers. And you've got Muhammad Abbas, who's excellent.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
showed that last time. He perfect for those conditions. You've got those young quicks, Shaheen Shah, Freddie, Naseem Shah. These guys are going to be great to watch. I think if the key for Pakistan is their batting. I think, of course, Babar Azam, he's the key man. If he can get runs and you get a few others batting around him, if Pakistan get runs on the ball, they have a great chance in this series, in my opinion. Because England,
mhm.
while they're good at
And
home, they're not the perfect side. And Pakistan, on their day, can cause them problems. What do you think?
Cause, and yeah, well, I think that since Alistair Cook he has retired, announcement from the international cricket, England they are struggling in the top order. We saw that the last Test series when they played against, I remember it was against Ireland when they collapsed, or it was and then they tried Jason Roy in the top order, that didn't work. Then they tried Johnny Bairstow, that didn't work for England. Then so their top order is struggling at the moment. It was just, if you see the last Test match also against West Indies, it was just a one-man show. Benstokes, that's it, and Dom
You got to
Sibley.
Sibley
But
as well. Yeah,
yeah, but if you take that second innings out, especially the quick runs he scored, the Benstokes, you imagine that would have been a draw the last Test match in West Indies, because he scored a quick fire, and then in the first innings the century. Then with the ball also, when England was struggling, he broke that partnership, Ben Stokes. So he that was the one man show. But I think so. If Pakistan they figured out Ben Stokes and English top order, Pakistan they have got a good chance.
it's
But
important.
again,
Yeah, I think it's important to
yeah,
get those Stokes as early as possible. They can get through that top
yeah,
four.
but it's just the unpredictability factor also we need to see within Pakistan, because they just, if the top order deliver and they score to 350, 375, then they have got a really good chance in the first
Agree,
or the second innings. Yeah,
agree,
yeah.
agree.
Thank you very much for your time, Sharbal. Thank you very much, and I would say my all followers to follow Sharbal. I've just mentioned in the description the link of his website. So, and subscribe his YouTube channel also. Thank you very much for your precious time. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.